A pleasant good morning to each and every one tuning in. Thank you so much for joining us. This is what we call Cruising with the Case Handler. The Case Handler, that name, we're going to talk a lot about that today because we've got something very special for each and every one tuning in. But before we get into all of that, we got started early because one of the things I like to do, seeing that we have millions of people that could possibly tune in, is to rev up the audience. I am David Squeeze Annakie, businessman, entrepreneur, and many other things. And I'd love for you all right now to actually start sharing what it is that you're watching. This is a show on personal injury and immigration, and we will love people that have an interest in personal injury or immigration or even real estate, criminal defense, and much more to actually start sharing. Now, how do you share? There's a share word at the bottom of the screen that you're watching right now. Now, please click on that, and then you'll see share gives you the options of sharing on timelines, groups, pages. Please share on at least 10 individuals' timelines. Share on their timelines and then ask them to share with others. This way, the show will go viral. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, many people out there right now, they do have questions on immigration. The firm that is backing all of this and has instituted all of this with me happens to be PPID, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. The man at the firm that did it with me and initiated it is called the Shark. Nah, I call him the Case Handler. All right. Great guy, good guy, top attorney, the most celebrated attorney within the community, and definitely on 93.5 WVIP FM, and also, of course, on social media where the Caribbean community is concerned. And we got this started because we know that there are people out there that need help. And I'm going to say it, especially people of color. All right. And yes, I will always be saying it, Black Lives Matter. And he makes sure that that happens each and every single day by helping thousands of people. Now, Adam Handler has settled well over $120 million for his clients and growing. Even in a pandemic state, he is growing with helping out his clients. So once again, please share. And you're watching on 93.5 WVIP FM. Do me a favor also. Text the number 844-774-3529 to someone. Also tell them that we're live on the radio, live on Facebook at David Squeeze Annakie's page, Adam Handler's page, and that's the Case Handler, and also PPID's page, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. Please share. That's what we want to do. We want the show to get very, very, very big. We want more people watching and more people understanding that there's a law firm that is ready, willing, and able to help them in so many different capacities. Now, many of you may be watching the show. You're seeing a very handsome guy, a very handsome black guy on the show. You're seeing a very handsome white guy on the show, and you're seeing a stunning lady on the show also. I'm wondering why she's here, but I will be asking her why she's here in a few seconds or so. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, 93.5 FM listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. Do remember that if you want to get your free phone consultation, call this number now, 844-774-3529. Once again, free phone immigration consultation or personal injury consultation. You've got to dial this number, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. That's the number for the law firm PPID, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. As you are sharing with your friends and everybody on Facebook, the Carol Anderson, the Denisa Joseph, and the Linda Shaws, thank you so much for joining us, Team Squeeze. Let me just introduce my co-pilot. His name is Adam Handler. Adam Handler, the Shark, the Money Man. I want to call you so many names, man, and they're all good names. Don't worry about it. He's in the office already in Manhattan. Okay, how you doing today, man?
I'm great, man. I'm great. Listen, it's Thursday. We're almost done with the week. The weather's been amazing. Life is good. You're back from Jamaica. You're back here in New York City. Business as usual. And you know what we're doing here at the firm, Pollack, Isaac, DeSico, truly is nothing short of spectacular. The immigration response, the calls are just flooding in. People are getting those phone consultations for absolutely free. I don't even know if we stress it nearly enough as we should. Anybody that calls our phone number is going to get a 100% free phone consultation, whether it's personal injury or immigration, and get their questions answered for free. And you can figure out how you can change your life and your family's life for generations to come by legalizing your status here in the United States. And with respect to personal injury, Matthew and I are just tearing it up as we've been doing for years and years now. We're almost at $14 million in settled cases for case handler clients in 2020. And the year is only 60% done. So we're doing big things here and trying to do everything we need to do to make sure that our clients that come to our firm for personal injury are getting that maximum compensation for their injury and for their case, because we understand one chance to get it right. We say it all the time: one chance, one choice of lawyer should be your case handler at Pollack Isaac DeSico.
I want to jump in, man. I want to jump in here, man.
Yeah.
I can't resist anymore. I see someone on the screen here, on our panel here, in our Zoom session here, on Facebook here. And of course, I am on 93.5 FM with you, Adam, and I've got to jump in. I know she's one of your clients of the past, and I really want to initiate this conversation with her. With your permission, I'm going to do that, sir.
Absolutely. And just to be perfectly clear, Doreen is the sister of one of our past clients, but you'll find out why. Extremely involved in this case that had a remarkable outcome, really days before.
You're saying my Sunday.
I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is, listen, days before everything shut down, we were able to do something remarkable. I'll let you take it from there. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, listening on 93.5 FM or watching on Facebook Live right now, you may be even watching on my watch party. And I started a watch party on Facebook because I really wanted to make sure that we got as much exposure on this particular show as possible for the amazing things you're about to hear. But I just wanted to ask everybody out there right now to, again, share the page, like the page, comment on the page, because you are now officially cruising with the case handler, a show by attorneys, here to answer your legal questions, here to provide legal solutions to your legal problems. Again, our phone number is 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. Take it away, King.
You got one important question to ask me, man.
Oh, I was going to ask you a little bit later, but I can ask you right now. Squeeze, let me ask you this question. You down with PPID?
Come on, you know me.
All right.
Anyway, once again, ladies and gentlemen, tuning in, this is Cruising with a Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, each and every single weekday morning at 8:30 a.m. on 93.5 WVIP FM, Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 12 noon. Now, this man, Adam Handler, I have known him for well over 15 years. Okay, I initiated him on radio. Okay, now he's officially not only an attorney, but a broadcaster also. So he is ingrained in the community, the Caribbean community, and has helped thousands of people. Now, there's a lovely lady that's on our panel here. If you want to see her, you can go to our Facebook page, David Squeeze Annakie, or the Case Handlers page. I want to say welcome and good morning and welcome to the show. Doreen, how are you doing today?
Good morning. Thank you. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Beautiful. You've been staying safe with everything that's going on around you and the family?
Yes, we are. We are safe. How is your family?
Very great. Very great. We've got my daughter's birthday coming up this weekend, so I've got a lot to look forward to.
Well, I wish her a happy birthday when it comes.
Okay, great. Tell me a little bit about how you got in touch with Adam and why, and what happened to you in reference to personal injury.
Actually, my sister had him before. The reason I got involved is that my brother fell off the accessoride and injured himself. And that's how I come to know Adam, because of my sister.
I think that may be a case that Adam has spoken about on the show before, right, Adam?
Yes, I have. A very, very tragic situation that, had a very positive outcome. But yes, we did talk about that. This case settled, like I said, in early March. I don't want to be the spoiler of any exciting news, but it was a case that settled for, $2.5 million, and for good reason. And if you want to ask Doreen some of the details about the case, happy to do so. And then I can talk a little bit more in detail about the case itself.
Absolutely. Expound a little bit more about what happened, Doreen, and how Adam actually helped out with this situation, a very tragic one.
Where can I start? My brother was injured badly, and Adam fought, very, very hard to get a settlement on the case, even though accessoride was given a hard time. Just before the pandemic, he settled for $2.5 million, but he worked diligently on this case.
Okay. Now, why would you say that? How did he treat you? How did he treat you and your family in reference to your brother?
With respect, awesome. He worked very hard. And to be honest with you, he loves Vernon, the injured party. The person was injured.
Mm-hmm.
And Vernon is very disabled, and Adam worked with him so well.
Mm-hmm.
It was remarkable.
Okay. Now, my question is, do you believe if you had gone somewhere else, you'd have gotten the outcome that you got with Adam Handler, the case?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You seem very passionate in your voice. You seem very passionate in your face as to how he really helped you. I mean, you are on the show with confidence in your voice and in the way you look. Why is that? There must be something about this man, this attorney, this shark, this case handler. We call him the shark because we know how aggressive he can be for you. Okay. You seem very passionate about what it is that he done for your brother.
Yes, Adam is family, in addition to the expertise that he has. And the family loves Adam because he's respectful. And like I said, he works with us very, very well.
Wow. Adam, tell me a little bit more about exactly what happened with this case. How the accident came about.
This was an accident that took place in June of 2017. Vernon, Doreen's sister, brother, sorry, is a cerebral palsy patient.
Right.
I'm not sure if anybody out there knows, the different levels of cerebral palsy, but you do have patients with cerebral palsy that are, totally incapacitated, in a wheelchair, need assistance with breathing, assistance with eating, assistance with pretty much everything. But there are higher functioning and ambulating CP patients as well. And Vernon was one of them. I mean, Vernon truly is one of the most remarkable human beings I've ever met in my entire life. This is a man that since the day he was born has been up against all odds. Cognitively, he's all there. He understands every single thing that's happening, but his body does not cooperate with his brain. And even though he does have, we use the word disability, but even though he does have that disability, he was able to get around on his own. Slow, but he was able to get around, and he had a routine. And Accessoride would come pick him up. He would walk out of his house, down his pathway. He would get assistance getting on the bus or the van. He would go to either his doctor appointment or his programs that he would go to. And Doreen, he would go on his own, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, remarkable. And had issues, obviously speaking, the motor issues speaking as well. So for somebody to not be able to even totally articulate what they needed and what they wanted to go for years and years and years and years and do this on their own, truly amazing, and just, shows you the kind of person he is. Then one day, luck was not on his side. June 2017, he rolls out of his house, ready to go to his doctor's appointment. Van pulls up, lowers the lift. He walks towards the lift, gets on the lift. And normally the driver comes around, which is what the driver did this time. However, the driver new to this route, I think new to the job, but they wouldn't admit that, was on his cell phone talking to whoever it was instead of helping Vernon. Vernon takes a step onto the lift, loses his balance because he wasn't being assisted onto the lift, falls backwards onto the sidewalk, and starts bleeding from his head in terrible, terrible pain. The driver of the van freaks out, gets in the van, and drives away, leaving him on the street. Doreen, who's in the house, gets notified from a witness on the street as to what happened. They run out, they pick him up, they call EMS, they rush him to Maimonides Hospital, and he winds up having a surgery to his cervical spine because of a disc injury he sustained. Now, obviously, he had some pre-existing conditions in his spine. I mean, his posture, obviously, because of his motor issues, have never been good. But, he never had any problems like this. No problems getting around, certainly no pain. And this is, the expression, the straw that broke the camel's back, I mean, totally threw him from a loop. And as a result of this accident, as a result of this injuries, Vernon lost that shred of independence he had and is now bound to a wheelchair. I mean, he can ambulate around the house, but not nearly as much as he used to. I mean, Doreen, you can tell us how different would you say Vernon is now as to compared to before that accident?
Very different. He became much more dependent now, and sometimes he gets very depressed because he was, able to do some things for himself. Now is that he can barely do anything. He can't even hold a cup. He has to use a straw at present. He was able to hold his cup to drink. Now he can't do that.
Well,
Squeeze, give me sharing. Give me sharing capabilities.
absolutely. And this is very traumatic, Doreen and Adam, because I know that no matter how much money comes in play, okay, nothing can replace even that shred of independence that he has, and the fact that he's a lot more dependent now. However, I'm still very happy that Adam was able to actually get this money to actually appease somewhat. It can never replace what it is that he has gone through or is going through, but it can appease a bit, and I do respect that. Yeah.
What's so crazy, Squeeze, and Doreen alluded to this too a little bit earlier, is that the Accessoride, they denied liability from the very beginning. In fact, they stated, right, it was their position that Vernon fell while walking to the Accessoride, had nothing to do with the Accessoride, and they're not responsible because why should they have any responsibility if he's just walking out of his house? In fact, the driver of the Accessoride van submitted a statement, and you can see here, it says, I parked the vehicle outside the residence. The customer was scheduled to have a pickup. The customer was sitting on the seat of his walker. I pulled up. The customer was a black man that looked over 50 years old. He was holding the walker with both hands, taking tiny steps, having difficulty. And as he was walking a few feet towards the vehicle, he somehow fell backwards, landed on his butt. And I asked him if he was okay, and they said he was fine, and so I drove away. I mean, a total BS statement signed by this guy saying that he didn't do anything wrong, and Vernon fell for an unexplained reason. Obviously, that's not the case. We had independent witnesses that corroborated this story, and we didn't back down, and they wound up paying.
Why would you even leave? If you see someone of that capacity get hurt, why would you drive off? Why would you call or get help?
I'll tell you why. Because this guy was an a-hole. That's exactly why. The MTA, the Accessoride, they called me a couple months after we started this case and offered $35,000. Squeeze.
Are you
$35,000 to settle this case?
Are you kidding me?
The case settled for $2.5 million, and now Vernon and his family will never have to worry ever again about how they're going to take care of Vernon. Imagine, he's gone his whole life, and I'm sure some of the family's biggest fear was, what happens to Vernon as he gets older? Or what happens to Vernon when we're older and we can't take care of him the way we've been doing for 50 plus years? They will never have to worry about that ever again. Because of the work we did here at Pollack, Isaac Tasico, Vernon and his family will have every resource that Vernon needs at his disposal to the day he dies. The best medical care, the best equipment, the best household aids, the best wheelchair, the best van, the best aides coming in. He can literally have 24-hour around-the-clock care, which he may have had through insurance or Medicaid or Medicare, but it wouldn't be top-notch. They can get the best of the best for Vernon. So this, we talked yesterday about a brain injury case that I settled for $3.4 million. That was probably my most important case at the time. This is just as important because it's not just getting money for somebody that can now, get a car or, pay for their kid's wedding or buy that house they want. This is money that's going to be used to literally change Vernon's life forever and his family's life forever. A truly remarkable outcome for a truly remarkable person and family. My name is Adam Handler. I'm the case handler, baby. I mean, I can't put it any clearer than that, Squeeze. What a story.
What I want to say, and to all the people that's listening and watching now, this is a very, very, very touching story. I mean, when I say touching, I mean very touching. It's something that is literally getting me teary-eyed, and I'm holding it back because you're talking about, and I'm talking about the fact that, you know, another human being, okay, witnessed, okay, this accident, okay, that happened and did nothing about it. In someone of that capacity that could barely help themselves. You witnessed this. The guy fell, you said he fell on his back and then hit his head. And then you freaking jump into your vehicle, in the access ride vehicle, and drive I want to curse, but drive off? I mean, come on. That is the reason why I'm very happy, Adam Handler, that you are an attorney for the people. You are an attorney for the Caribbean community. You are an attorney that is there for when people get hurt in an accident. Because I know for a fact, and this is me disclaiming this, that if it was another attorney that had this case, I am quite sure that Doreen and their family would never have gotten such a settlement, such a high settlement. And yeah, I said it earlier, money cannot replace what it is that has happened to Vernon. It can't, but it can appease and help in many cases. So I'm very thankful, Adam Handler, that you're a part of their family. You're a part of the family on the radio. You're a part of the family on Facebook. And I'm very thankful, Doreen, that you all went to Adam Handler to handle this. And I say it every day to people out there, to dial the number, to store the number. You never know when an accident is going to happen. It's not just automobile accident, it's accidents, period. And I want to say to all my brothers and sisters out there, including Doreen, who already knows, okay? Mm-hmm. Store the number for Adam Handler, all right? Store the number. Dial that number now. Let the number ring for 10, 15 seconds so he can see that you're calling. You can store it in your smartphone or device. That number happens to be 844-774-3529. I'm going to ask Doreen to actually expand or say whatever it is that she'd like to say about Adam Handler and the firm PPID. But right now, dial this number. It's 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Every single person that's watching this, every single person that's listening to this radio station should have this man's number in their phone. Not because of me, Squeeze, but because of the integrity, because of the fact that he treats you like family, because of the fact that when he's fighting for you, he doesn't leave a penny on the table. Reach out to my personal injury attorney. His name is Adam Handler. He's the case handler, and you've got one chance, one choice. Call him now, dial the number, share the number, 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529. Such a touching story with him helping Vernon and the settlement of $2.5 million US. I'm sorry I rambled, but Doreen, I'll let you say your piece.
I agree with everything that you said. The family is very pleased with Adam. His expertise, he's very humane. He treats everyone with respect. It's a very reputable company, law firm. Mm-hmm. And I would recommend Adam to anybody who needs
Thank you so much.
Wow. Hey, ladies and gentlemen out there, I'm asking everyone to share this show this morning with everybody that you know. I mean, it's an unbelievable show, just based on what it is that I have actually heard and witnessed here, and coming from, of course, Doreen and Adam. And you could see and feel exactly what they all went through in helping Vernon. But I'm very happy that he got help. And how is he doing today, Doreen?
Actually, he's doing very well. And he says, to tell Adam hello and thank you. He's very happy with settlement.
He's an incredible person. I wish... I want to protect his identity, but I wish the world could see him. The guy has a permanent smile on his face. And even though you can't understand everything he says, he understands